Welcome to another episode of Ask Anthony. This Tuesday, I'm going to guess 6th, 7th of May 2019. Hope you're doing great wherever you are watching this video on Facebook. Today's topic, actually I should introduce you to who I am. Anthony Peluso, CEO, founder of Wealth for Life and Australian real estate expert. Topic I'm going to talk to you about today is, who do you listen to? Who do you listen to when you're trying to get information, okay? When you're trying to make a decision or come to a conclusion about something, and there's so much data out there. Who do you actually listen to, okay? And again, you know, this is something that I do and I'm faced with every day when I'm trying to, you know, excel my knowledge in a particular area or, you know, take greater responsibility somewhere. Who do you actually listen to with so much data out in the media, the press, the newspapers, the internet, friends in your ear, girlfriends, boyfriends, mothers, fathers, brother, sister? Who do you listen to? Here's how I work this out, okay? Go find someone that you want to emulate, someone who's got the results that you desire, and study that person, follow that person, take their advice. You know, so I've called this episode, Why This Left Should Feel Right. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, have a look at this. If you have a look in society right now, and let's just be honest with each other, right? Not everyone's doing great, okay? We'll talk about finances in a minute, but most people are struggling, unfortunately, in the areas of relationships, in the areas of health, in the areas of money, business, career, parenting, family. And a lot of that has to do with, obviously, what they've growing up, what they saw, what they heard, what they took on board, but also where they get a lot of their advice from, okay? Now, a philosophy I've used for now some 15 years, I look at what the masses are doing, what most people are doing, and I do the exact opposite, okay? Now, I don't want to be, make that a lot more simple than what it is, but really, have a look at what most people are achieving in life. And if you want their results, then do what they do. But if you don't want their results, do the opposite to what they do. I read this great book by an author, I think Simon Reynolds, big advertising guru in Sydney, in Australia. He wrote this amazing book, and you should hunt this book down if you haven't read it, called When They Zig, You Zag, right? And that's where I started to get this philosophy, and it made a lot of sense. You know, if 95% of people out there are doing one thing, and you look at their results and you're not happy with what they're getting, why would you follow them? Right? Do what the other 5% are doing, right? And I think a lot of people, why we take advice from people around us and people that are close to us and the masses, is because we don't want to get left out of the crowd, right? You know, it's that saying that misery loves company. You know, you're always safer in numbers. If everybody's hand goes up, you kind of look around and put your hand up as well. You don't know the answer. You have no idea what they're talking about. But if somebody asks you a question, and most hand, you know, or you know, to answer a question, most people put their hand up that this is the answer, as opposed to the ones that actually do know the answer, right? So, because we don't want to be left out. We don't want to be the odd one out. We don't want to be standing and sitting in the corner by ourselves, so we just go with the flow. But we pay no attention to what results these people that we're following are getting. Let me give you an example, right? So let's say you wanted to, you know, take sport. I love sport, right? And especially the sport of tennis, right? If you wanted to learn how to play tennis, where would you go? Who would you listen to, right? Now, if you wanted to be an elite tennis player and take this thing all the way, you'd probably look at guys like Djokovic or Rafael Nadal or you know, Roger Federer. I mean, why would you listen to anybody else, right? You want the best, right? Why would you take advice from anybody else? You know, but we take advice from family members, dear friends, people we socialize with, people around us, work colleagues, but we never ask the question, do these people actually have the results I want in this field? And if they don't, why would I take their advice? Why would I get better results from them if I'm taking the advice that they're giving themselves, that they're doing? Like, why would I want their life? Why would I want their experiences? Why would I want their results? So find the person or find the people that you want to emulate. If it's in the area of money or in the area of sport or in the area of relationships. And I do this all the time. I want to look out there and who's got an amazing marriage, who's got a fantastic marriage, who's always creating in their marriage, right? Or in their relationship. And I go study what these people are doing. Like, how do you keep that spark alive? How do you keep excited? How do you always keep it on the go, right? Or if it's in the area of money, I'm looking, okay, who's making $1 billion right now? Who's coming up with the greatest ideas right now? How long would it take these people to go from zero to hero, right? And they're the kind of results I want, so they're the people that I'll actually study, right? And if I want to do well in a particular area, I'm going to find the people that are great in it, and I'm going to study those people. If I can, get in front of those people, be mentored by those people, use those people as coaches, take their advice, because they're doing great in that area. And I'm constantly getting thrown advice from people. Well, Anthony, you should look at this, or I know what I'm doing here. And yet I look at their results and they've got zero, right? So have a look at what the masses are doing, because the reality is out there, most people aren't doing well in most areas of their lives, right? And it's not that I'm happy about that, by the way, either. I'm just stating the obvious, right? You may not want their results, okay? So study the people, and it's usually that 80-20 rule or that 95-5% rule, right? Look at what most people are doing, do the opposite. Okay, go look at what the 5% are doing, okay? They're the kind of results that you want to emulate, okay? Real estate investing is not that much different, right? Most investors actually get no more than 1 to 3 properties, okay? Now, what does that mean? Probably not a lot if you're looking to create financial freedom and build wealth, because you're certainly not going to achieve wealth from buying 1 to 3 properties, okay? That much I know. Unless you started when you were in your teenage years, you probably still won't achieve the level of wealth you want till you get into your 50s anyway, right? And that's taking a very slow approach, that old buy and hold model, right? So have a look at what other people are doing out there in terms of the results that you want. It's one of those things too. I'll give you an example of how this really became true for me. About, probably 10 years ago right now, 10, 11 years ago, I had a business meeting with a mentor of mine, a billionaire mentor of mine, doing extremely well in so many areas of life, not just financially, right? And a guy I really looked up to and still look up to, right? And we finished a business meeting down here in Melbourne on St Kilda Road, and he pulled me in afterwards and said, listen, I want to talk to you about something. I've been studying this particular type of philosophy for the last 12 months that I think you should really look at. And I was quite astounded, because this philosophy that I'm talking about here doesn't get a very good name in the press. Okay, it's looked upon quite harsh by the media in general, and the press, ridiculed quite somewhat. And my friend knew that I'm always looking to take my game to the next level, right? And I thought, wow, this is very, very confronting, because I'm going to cop a lot of crap for this, right? If I go in and have a look at this. And I had no idea about this particular type of movement or philosophy at the time, other than what I'd heard in the media. And I thought to myself, I've got to call my wife after this and tell her where we're going. I think it was 2 days later on a Thursday morning. And I remember driving down to check this thing out. And I'm in my car. And I said to my wife, you know what? So many people ridicule this thing, this philosophy, make fun of it, give it a bad name, call it a scam or a cult or whatever it was. And I turned around and looked at her and I said, you know what? Because so many people are in this corner, this must be good. Now, I had no idea about this thing. I had no idea what this was, absolutely zero. But I just knew that you can't have so many people over here, and again, not really doing well. There must be some good here. Because if these people not doing well dislike it, or have this, this negative view on it, there must be something to it. So we went and had a look, and needless to say, one of the best things I've ever seen. I use it in my life daily right now. It's helped me to grow as an individual and get to where I've gotten to, my family, my kids, the people around me. And it's that philosophy that I took what most people were saying and doing, and I flipped it to do the exact opposite, right? And why? Because I took the advice of people that were getting amazing results in their life, okay? So have a look at what it is. Next time you're faced with a decision, or you're looking to come to some sort of conclusion, or make a decision on something, and there's so much data out there, and you're looking to your left, you're looking to your right, you're looking down the middle, you're looking up the top and down the bottom, and you're like, oh my God, who do I listen to? Listen to people that are doing extremely well in that area that you're looking at. So if it's money, listen to people that know how to make money, how to pull in money, how to move money around, how to create wealth. If you want to have a great marriage, look at people that have had a long marriage that have had a great marriage for a long period of time. If it's health that you're after, make sure you don't go taking advice from someone that's overweight. Don't go getting marriage advice from someone that's been divorced 5 times, right? Don't go getting money advice from people that are broke, right? So have a look at where you're getting your advice from. Because one of the easiest ways to know who to listen to, is to listen to people that have got results in that area, right? And generally speaking, a rule of thumb is that if you're getting advice from the masses, you probably don't want to take on their advice if you want to do well, okay? And that's only because most people are not doing so well, okay? Not something that I'm proud of, not something that I make fun of, or it's just a reality, okay? If you have a look at Australia right now, 94% of Australians retire on less than $35,000 a year at the age of 65, okay? That's not made up, that's fact, okay? So when people stop working at, say, 65, 67, 94% of them actually rely on either Social Security or some sort of assistance to get them through their next 10, 15, 20 years of life, okay? Sad, okay? Why? They probably took the wrong advice from the wrong people earlier on in life, okay? Their decisions cost them greatly earlier in life. And now, at that age, they've been made to pay for them, okay? And that's the thing, you experience is actually what shows you the cost of decisions that you've made today later on. You make a decision today, it's not until later on and the experiences you've had up to that point that you work out for yourself whether the choices you made earlier in life worked for you or not, okay? So for those of you out there right now that, we do money here, we do real estate investing, we do financial services, and, all things wealth creation, come and have a chat to us. We've got a track record of 15 years where we've been producing millionaires, people retiring on very good income streams. We know what we're talking about here. Come and have a chat to us. We've got a fantastic model here. It's available to everybody. I wouldn't say it works for everybody because you've got to actually follow it. And there's a couple of things that we take into account, that need to be in play, like your age, your income, and all that kind of stuff. But come in and have a chat to us because we're putting a lot of people on the road to financial freedom. A lot of them have retired, are doing extremely well financially, debt-free. We mix real estate investing, financial services, legal, taxation, planning, all things property, and we produce an amazing result for our clients. Jump on our website, wealthforlife.com.au, have a look at the case studies we've got, testimonials, give those people a call, right? Have a chat to them, right? They took advice from people that were getting results. And it should be no surprise to them or you that they're now getting similar results to the people they took advice from, all right? So take that on board and feel good about the fact that you're going against the tide, you're going against the masses. Go left when everybody else is going right and feel good about it, right? Because that's where all the good stuff is. So hopefully you've got a bit out of this episode of Ask Anthony, and please type in your questions. Give us your comments, give us your feedback on your views. We love your feedback. We'll get back to you within 24 hours on any questions. And if we can help you in the area of finance and real estate and investment, wealth creation, debt reduction, buying your own home, give us a call here in Australia, 1300 793 877, or check us out at wealthforlife.com.au, and we would love to be of service to you. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you soon.